In my last video, I said, oh, my mic died, and yeah, I had to cut the video and then do some parts without the mic. I did not charge the mic, so we are without a mic again. But yeah, in other news, Ayo is a chaos. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayo, and I talk about books, K-dramas, and everything in between. So if you enjoy that, please stay a while. Okay, let's do a bit of catch up. I've been very sick, and yeah, am I still sick? I'm always sick. I'm always sick. That's not new. Yeah, I'm also not reading. In my short, I said I was reading Assembly in Irish by my friend Sharon Gad. She published this in February and sent it to me. And yeah, I just got around to it. We're in June. It's very good actually, but I'm the problem. Yeah, I'm the problem. I think we're about to have a K-drama summer because I watched 3 dramas back to back. But I started this book on Monday last week. Today is Monday for context, and I haven't finished it. And it's a short book. Yeah, it's not even 300 pages. It's 270. Yeah, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about my mental health. Let's not even talk about it. Your girl is in the trenches, but let's do a book tag. Today, I'm gonna do a book tag. I was tagged by my friend Tracy, and it's a dog tag. It's about they both are related to reading and TBRs. So the first one is the What's Next book tag. It was created by Bob of Robert G. Reader of Books. If you are, why am I looking down? Yeah, I have questions here. So the first one, what's next? So it's how do you choose your books? I was tagged by Tracy of Tracy's Nordic Lights. You have to watch her. She's so soothing and calming. I love her videos. Anyways, the first prompt. Is your decision for choosing your next book based on random choice, or is there a method to your madness? It's actually, there's no method. yeah. Chaos. Welcome to the chaos, guys. Yeah, I just do whatever. Okay. If I tell you, I will tell you. In fact, I told you in my last video that I wanted to read The Tenant of Welfare All, and I am currently reading Assembly in Irish as my physical book. So yeah, okay, chaos. Number 2. Do your criteria for choosing fiction differ from how you choose non-fiction? Not really. Not really. I read what I like. So if it sounds nice, yes. And number 2, I don't really like non-fiction. I rarely read non-fiction. It's not my genre. Occasionally I will. So if it's an autobiography of a famous person I really like, I'll be there. Okay, yeah, I'll be down to read some Barack Obama. I read Becoming by Michelle Obama. Yeah, I'm down for that. But apart from that, no really. No really. I don't really read non-fiction. But yeah, so there's really no criteria. If I think it was fun, if I heard about it and it sounds fun, I will read it. Number 3, do other people influence your next choice? Not really, but really. So yeah, it's chaos in the sense of if I'm watching a video and I hear someone bring up a book that's been on my TBR, and I just be like, ooh, I'm gonna move that up. Yeah, let's read that, so that could happen. So in that way they are influencing me, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'll always go with that, because if I don't care about the book, I don't care. So yeah. Number 4, aside from other people, what other influences might impact your choice? My mood, the weather. Look, I'm not very stable, so we just go with the flow. Yeah. Yeah, so my mood could definitely influence it. I could watch I could watch a reviewer or a booktuber talk about a book, and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. And then I pick up the book and I'm like, I don't even actually really want to read this right now, so I'll put it down. So, you just never know. You just never know. I just go with the flow. And number 5, tag your friends, but that is the first one. So the second tag is called Are TBRs Fun or Not? And it was originally created by Candy of the Great Literary Rabbit Hole. And really, it's just about what you decide to read next. Now, the prompts. The prompts of this one. First one. How many books are currently or normally on your TBR? To be fair, I don't make a list. So if you actually think about it, I might have maybe 200 on my list. I don't know. I really do not know. If I think a book looks good, I'll either get it or I'll download it or I'll borrow it from the library. That's it. And yeah, and it's on my TBR. So I don't make a particular TBR list. I don't make monthly lists. I know some people do that for the month and then for the week, or I don't really do that. Okay, I just know that book is in my radar. Now, will it get read this year, next year, 10 years from now? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, so that points. Number 2, how do you choose TBR books? And have you gamified your TBR? So prompt jazz, TBR games? No. Like I said, I don't do TBRs. I really don't. So I don't do that because I am so chaotic that if I picked a book, I might not read that book. And then I feel bad because I don't like making lists and not following them. For instance, I made a 25 in 2025. I checked the list 2 weeks ago. I've only read 4 books. 25 books. We're in June, okay, middle of the year. I've only read 4 books on that list. And so, girl, we need to get back on that list because one thing about me, I'm gonna complete the list. I love a list, so that's why I really don't make lists. But yeah, I don't really like making lists. Number 3, do you have reading areas of focus to choose books for? If yes, how many? No, I don't. I don't really have focus. Yeah, it sounds like I'm just, oh wow, am I giving myself away? But no, what I mean, I don't really have focus. Like, I'm a focused person, but not in my reading for pleasure. No, I really don't. This is not school. I don't have assigned reading. Okay, and I know some people have themes for reading for the reading year. I know Tracy she's trying to read the Regency period books right now for the year. I don't really have any areas. I'm just like, yeah, let's just go with it. Let's see what happens. I'm always down to read anything. So because of that, I don't really have an area of focus because for me, it's just whatever appeals to me. I mean, this month I might be into classics and I might read classic back to back to back. Next month I might be into thrillers back to back to back. Like I just go with the flow, guys. It's all about the chaos. Embrace your inner chaos, guys. And number 4, does a TBR help you focus? Like I said, no. No. It actually puts pressure on me because all I'm thinking is there's a list and I haven't completed the list. As an older daughter, anxious girl, I don't like a list because that's like you have to do this, you must do this. No. Number 5, do you suffer from the book noise of a TBR? Like I said, I don't really have a TBR, so not really. Yeah. Number 6, do you give your TBR a time limit? And does a TBR make you stressed about reading quickly enough? No, I don't give the TBR a time limit. Like I said, if I heard about it and I downloaded it, I bought it on my e-reader, or I bought it physically, or I borrowed it from the library, it's on my TBR. But whether that gets done this year, next year, 10 years from now, nobody knows. Okay, we don't have a limit on that. It is gonna get read at some point. Does it make you stress about? No. Although the 25 and 2025 kind of asked me, on a time limit. I'm like, I have to get to those books. Okay, because why was I making a list if I wasn't going to read it? you know. Yeah. Number 7, do you have rebellion syndrome, not wanting to read a book because you put it on your TBR and now you feel you have to read it? Not really. If it's on my TBR, then I want to read it. So it doesn't, I don't really feel pressure because there's no time limit. I think once you remove the time limit, you don't have that pressure. Because I can see how the pressure might come in if you are thinking, oh, I plan to do this and I haven't done it. That might put you under pressure. Especially with a channel. I feel like booktubers, I have booktubers talking about that because sometimes you just have this theme that you're doing a themed reading blog, and you know nothing is working, and that's why you haven't seen anything. Although I did do the anticipated releases, but I really wanted to read those books anyway. But yeah, you probably wouldn't. You'll find the mostly mood reading on my channel because really, guys, I can't do it. My mental health is too bad for me to do that. Okay, number 8, do you keep books on your TBR until they are read, or do you swap the TBR around regularly? No, they're on the TBR until they get read, and yeah, that's it. Have you ever killed a book by having it on your TBR too long? No, that sounds like a fun question. But no. What's the longest book on my TBR? I think I told you guys. It's A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Oh my goodness. I started that book when I read page 1 when I was in 13, 14. I've not gone back to that book. But I think that I want to read that book because I like Charles Dickens. So, you know what I mean? You're getting it. So, but is it cute? No, it's not cute. It's not dead. I'll still read it. Yeah, just wait for it. Nobody knows when, but okay. Number 10, do you have a tick list for your TBR to tick off books as you read them? No, because I don't have a list. Number 11, what one change do you think would help your TBR be more fun? I don't know. My TBR, can it really be fun? More fun than it is? I like what it is. I read what I want to read, and if I don't want to read, I have to confess. My chaos is so. I have to really explain this chaos to you guys. How I read, I am extremely chaotic, extremely chaotic in my reading. I saw someone say. I read something on Facebook yesterday and I was like, this is me. This person gets it. Okay. She said, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but sometimes I'm reading about 9 books at once, and one of those books I've been reading it for 2 years, and it's not a DNF. I will read that book. That's me. I started a book. I think it's called something Holiday Switch. It was recommended by Khalilah of Khalilah, a channel. You have to check her. She's very good. I'll link her below. And she recommended this book as a very fun YA novel. I started it, and I started it 2 years ago. I will read that book, but when, nobody knows. But I read so many other books, yes, because I read 80 books last year. So do you get what I mean? Chaos. This chaos, yeah, that is me. I'm very chaotic in my reading. I start books, I drop books, I continue reading. I know some people will be like, that's a DNF, but it's not a DNF because I still want to read that book. I don't hate the book. I've not thought I'm never going to read this book again. A DNF is, that book is not for me. I'm not going to read that book. It's not a DNF. I just haven't got to it. So I will get back to it. Do you get what I mean? Another chaotic thing I do, I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and she was like, oh, I'm reading this book in a series, and so it's an interconnected standalone, the what romances usually do. So the first friend, the second brother, all of that, and they're all connected, and you could read them together. And she was like, oh, I'm reading this book. I just finished book 1. And I was like, oh, I read about a book. But I have book 2. And I do not plan to read book 1 or book 3. And she said, why would you do that? Why would you start a series in the middle? I was like, I don't really care for the other stories. so I picked the one I cared about. And I read the Windy City series by Liz Tomfordy. Yeah, I read book 4 and I did not read book 1, book 2, book 3, none of that. Book 5, I've already know. I read book 4 and that's it. That's me. Very chaotic. I read what appeals to me. I don't know what to tell you, but I read what appeals to me. If it doesn't appeal to me, sorry. Okay. And final conclusion, TBRs, are they fun or not? Not really. Not really, because I don't have a TBR, but like, I don't have a structured TBR. So I suppose they're fun. I love when I watch people do the TBR jazz, the prompt jazz, the what is it called? The one where the spinning wheel. Very fun. But I will not be doing that because what do you mean I'm going to have to follow that list that I just made today? What if tomorrow I wake up and I do not want to read anything in romance? What then? Because now I have to read it because I said I was going to read it. I don't like lying. If it's on the list, it has to be read. Okay, I'm a completionist. I have to complete it. So, yeah. It is fun. It looks fun when you guys do it. Not for me. And that is the double tag. And I really, really enjoyed answering. Thank you so much to Tracy for tagging me. I really, really enjoyed this tag. And I will tag the original creators and I will tag Tracy below. And what else? And I'll tag some other people because it ends with tag people. And I'll tag all my friends. And even if I do not tag you and you're watching this video and you enjoyed the questions, the prompts, please do it. Please do it. I'm tagging you, okay? And yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for hanging out. I really loved hanging out with you. I don't take it for granted. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.